Ever notice how cleaning a room can sometimes feel like, I don't know, clearing your head? That amazing feeling you get from a tidy space? Well, it's not just about being neat. It actually goes way deeper into our psychology. There's a powerful biological reason why order feels so good, and yeah, we're gonna get right into it.
Think about it. On one side, you've got that low-grade hum of anxiety that comes from a chaotic space, right? Every single thing out of place is like a little question mark poking at you. But on the other side, a sense of calm, of control. One space is basically whispering, "I'm so overwhelmed," while the other one is saying, "I've got this." So today, we're going to explore the science behind that flip.
So, what is really happening when we tidy up? I mean, is it just about having a clean floor, or is there something, deeper going on? Well, the answer is this really cool mix of brain chemistry and, well, emotional logic.
Okay, first up, the science. Let's take a peek inside the brain and see what's actually happening, the biological rewards of tidying up. Because that good feeling you get, it's not just you imagining it. No, it's a real, actual, measurable chemical reaction. All right, let's talk about dopamine. Think of it as your brain's built-in reward system. It's that little chemical that basically pats you on the back and says, "Hey, good job. You should do that again." It gets released whenever we accomplish something, and honestly, it's the absolute key to understanding why cleaning feels so satisfying. So this whole process, it creates this incredibly powerful feedback loop. Imagine this. You complete one tiny, manageable task, like just making your bed or wiping down a counter. Boom! Your brain gives you a little hit of dopamine as a reward. That amazing feeling of accomplishment then gets you motivated to tackle the next small task, and the cycle just keeps going. It's kind of like your brain is tricking you into being productive, and it works. So here's the bottom line, the really crucial part. Tidying isn't just a physical thing you do, it's a biological one. It's boosting that good job chemical, dopamine, and at the exact same time, it's lowering your cortisol. That's your body's main stress hormone. So that lighter, clearer feeling you get after a really good clean, that's not magic. That's your biology, just doing its thing.
Okay, but it's not just about brain chemistry. There's also this really powerful psychological reason we crave order. Tidying, for a lot of us, becomes this anchor when the rest of life feels like a total storm.
And this is the core idea right here. For people who really love to tidy, it's almost never about having a perfect magazine-ready home. It's about creating a sense of control in their immediate environment, especially when other parts of their life feel completely out of their hands. I mean, think about it. You have a super stressful day at work, or maybe a really difficult conversation, and suddenly you get this intense urge to reorganize a bookshelf. That's not random. It makes perfect sense. It's your brain desperately seeking stability, and it finds it by focusing on a task with the clear, predictable, and satisfyingly orderly outcome. But wait, there's another layer to this. Our subconscious mind, it's constantly scanning our environment for cues, for signals, and the state of our home, man, that sends a very powerful signal. Just think about it for a second. Every pile of papers, every stack of dishes in the sink, every single thing that's out of place, it's like a tiny visual to-do list. And all that clutter is constantly whispering to your brain, reminding you of all the things you haven't done yet. This creates this constant low-level hum of stress that you might not even consciously notice.
And for some people, especially folks who are highly sensitive or prone to anxiety, that constant whisper can feel like it's shouting. In that case, organizing isn't about impressing guests. It becomes a non-negotiable act of self-preservation. It's literally about turning down the volume on all that external noise so they can finally feel safe and quiet inside their own head.
Okay, so now we're going to go even deeper, to the most personal level. Because tidying can be so much more than just a coping mechanism. It can actually be a really profound form of self-expression and, well, even emotional processing. See, for some people, their home is basically a canvas. The way they arrange their books or display their plants, that's their art. For others, the repetitive rhythmic motions of, say, sorting clothes or sweeping the floor becomes a kind of active meditation. It grounds them in the present moment. But maybe the most powerful meaning of all is the act of letting go. This right here, this is where tidying gets really, really personal. It stops being about the stuff, about the objects, and it starts being about your story. It's about choosing what matters to you now, what gets to stay, and what parts of your past you're finally ready to release. And that is why decluttering can sometimes feel weirdly heavy, right? It can even bring you to tears, Because every single item you decide to let go of, those old clothes from a past job, unused gifts from someone you don't talk to anymore, broken gadgets you meant to fix, it's a physical act of saying, I don't need this part of me anymore. You are, quite literally, rewriting your inner story through the stuff you choose to keep.
Okay, so let's bring all these threads together. Let's focus on this incredibly powerful connection between our inner world and our outer space.
It's such a simple idea, but it's also incredibly profound. Your surroundings reflect your mind. The space you live in is so often a mirror of your internal state. And here's the amazing part. This relationship, it's a two-way street. You can actually change your mind by changing your surroundings.
Your space is constantly talking to you, whether you realize it or not. A messy room just keeps reinforcing that feeling of being overwhelmed. But a tidy space, it sends a totally different message. It whispers, you've got this, you're in control, you are capable. So by cleaning, you are actively choosing to change that internal monologue from a negative one to a positive one.
So, listen, the next time you feel that urge to organize something, don't just brush it off as another annoying chore. Try to recognize it for what it really is, a powerful form of self-care. It's your body, your mind, and your soul all working together to create a state of calm and clarity for you.
Because ultimately, peace isn't something you just find, right? It's something you create, one small intentional act at a time. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Take a look around you, right now, wherever you are. What story is your space telling?